Hi everyone. I apologize that this isn't the neatest way to write out this problem, but I've seen that a lot of you have missed this on your quizzes, and some of you are struggling with this in homeworks too. So I wanted to go over a problem like 6979, where they talk, for example, about someone who wants to build a flower garden and then have a little walkway put in, and then make sure that they had a certain amount of yard space for the garden. So this particular one was one where the original dimensions were 25 by 23. We're going to put in that little walkway around it, but we still wanted to have the area of 320 square meters. So if that's the case, we start off by saying, okay, what's the full area? Length times width, 25 times 23. That's my original area, hence the 25 times 23 that we see here. If I then put in this area that's X, put in this little walkway that's X wide, that would mean that if you looked at the length, it would now be 25 meters minus X subtracted from both ends, or 25 minus 2X. Ditto for the width, 23 minus 2X, because you'd be taking X off the top and the bottom, or the, far end and the closer end to you, however you're looking at it on the ground. So that's the area to subtract off to get the 320. Then we begin to do some algebra. So 25 times 23, 575, minus, now in parentheses, we're using FOIL, first outer inner last, 575 minus 50x minus 46x plus 4x squared equals 320. And of course, now we're going to combine like terms. So 575 minus 575 plus 96x minus 4x squared, or maybe even negative here. Be careful when you distribute, equals 320. And then I'm going to put everything on the right-hand side because I need to be able to set equal to 0 and solve. And that way I have a positive x squared term. So 4x squared minus 96x plus 320. Anytime we can, in algebra, you know that you want to factor. So I'm going to factor out a 4. That just makes my numbers a little easier to work with. X squared minus 24x plus 80. Now it's time to factor. And factors of 80, you can see here I was kind of scribbling them over on the right and didn't fully erase, but you can do things like, 16 and 5 and 8 and 10 and 20 and 4. Ah, bingo! Because this is a plus sign, both of these are going to be negative because this is a negative. So x minus 20, x minus 4. You can FOIL and check. That's correct. That means either x is 20 or x is 4. Let's stop for a minute and think. This was an application question about graphing, a modeling, if you will. I'm sorry, not graphing, but like a real live problem. If your dimensions originally were 25 meters long, x cannot be 20. You cannot take 20 off of both ends because that would be 20 meters on the left, 20 meters on the right. That's 40 meters. That doesn't work if your original rectangle is only 25 long. So 4 is the answer. So then we come back up here, we say, okay, if it's 25 long, but I took off 4 on this end and 4 on this end, that's 25 minus 8, or 17. What about 23 minus 4 and 4? 23 minus 8 is 15. So the dimensions are 17 and 15, and those are the answers to the problem. I hope that helps.